I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
You have to make it. What up, DMV? We getting money whole time, fucking bitches whole time, reppin' DC whole time. We getting money whole time, fucking bitches whole time, reppin' DC whole time. Whole time, 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 whole time. Mayor back, whole time.
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome back to a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Also known, but see, I keep forgetting that we're not the black scene here no more. But fuck it, man. Tuck it. We the black WWE nigga. we the Black Panther. Wakanda forever.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm no breaks new, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Every Monday, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people.
Hey, straight to the point, J. Lou. Hey, son, you know what I was thinking of when we do the jump? The song hit different though, because it's for real. The intro,
yeah,
when the DC boys, it feel different though.
I agree. Hey, definitely.
We really from there.
Really from there. That's wild as shit. Being in Atlanta so long, that we both been here. I've been here 10 years. How long you been here?
Probably about the same.
Yeah, being in a different place so long, a lot of the conversations just be Atlanta, especially when the city is popping as this. But that shit still come out. Where you from, DC? The chest swell up, you know what I'm saying? Like the pride hit me. Oh, you know what's it's National Go-Go Week. Well, I guess not national, but it's Go-Go Week in DC. And Mayor Muriel Bowser sent out a tweet about DC is Go-Go and Go-Go is DC and we're gonna represent and all this shit. And I was like, hey, DC. So shout out to everybody back home in DC, but not just DC, the entire DMV. It's National Go-Go Week, man. I'm at the, if I had some shit going on, I could play something. I play some Lock It. Take them back to the lock. And yeah, it was just
you might have to add some go-go to the board.
I really need to.
For all local, all things local.
All things local. Hardly home, but always rapping. It was what you call this shit? This little cute chick that we used to hang with. She was a little, she went to Banneker, so she was a little bougie. And when Lock It first came out, she's like, lock it in the park, lock it in the dark. I'm like, that's not the words, baby. There's no park. It's the pocket. It's the pocket. We're locking in
that's
the
not
beat,
how
baby.
it goes, huh?
Yeah, that's not how it go. I felt like, oh no, baby, what you doing?
It was always good. Like we would go out like Upper Marlboro, all them junkies. When we take those trips, you know, to see a chick.
Mm-hmm.
It was always funny how they responded and shit to DC and the go and all that shit though.
always, man. But I tell you what, one of my favorite areas for the ladies was Silver Spring. Good God Almighty, I don't know how all the pretty girls wound up in Silver Spring.
Hey,
it was.
I don't remember City Place though.
Oh man, I was there when City Place opened. The first week it opened, I went up to my high school girlfriend got a job in the movie theater at City Place before it opened. Like I went up there with her for the interview before the mall was even open. They hired her like a month or two before the mall opened.
Okay.
So the very first night, we was in there. So I remember City Place from day one, like dead ass. Yeah. The way it look now, though, that whole area.
If I told myself if I ever move back, I'm moving to Silver Spring.
Yeah, man, easy. They done fixed that area up real nice.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
Real nice. So let's go ahead and lock it in the park and lock it in the dark. And shout out to our sponsors, Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. Go to her website, mosmarvelouscleaning.com. Use code Kickbackers, get 10% off your cleaning for your apartment, your house, your business. Also, shout out to mysexroom.net for all your toys, sex toys, and lingerie needs. Use code Kickbackers, get 10% off. And I'm actually doing an event with them this Saturday. I will give you guys details next week. There's going to be some freak elite shit.
Oh, next Saturday. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it's tomorrow. Well, this Saturday. Yeah,
Okay.
this Saturday. I'll tell you all the details next week. But what I was gonna say? And later on tonight, we got a double dip. I will be back because Zelina Divine is coming on for Kickback After Dark right around 10 p.m. And I'm already drinking. So by then, after dark, it's gonna be after dark. I might cut these lights off, nigga. Take my shirt off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying.
You gotta get the little light jump. One of the little yeah.
Yeah. Definitely set that shit off. But let's see. I guess let's get right into it, man. Now that I got all these buttons, I gotta find my right button.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
High low. Who wants to go first?
Let's do it. Hello. What I got? Low. I don't know if it's a real low. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get certain stuff in place, though. You know how sometimes when you got goals and they take a little longer than you want them to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the what I'm saying. That's the only thing kind of fighting that. Like, hey, when it, what I'm saying, is it done? Why it ain't done yet? I had a timeline. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So so that's one thing. That's probably my low, so I got to work on that. I'm going to kind of take this weekend to kind of fine-tune that. Just, what I'm saying, we had talked about a little bit, kind of writing some stuff down more so I can hold myself more accountable.
Yeah.
My people's in town. My mom came in town, so that's always good to see mom. My oldest
Hey.
she came in town, so it's always good to kind of see love. Feel that family love. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know what I'm saying? They able to vibe with my daughter. So that was good. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different because I don't got my daughter this week, but she been back and forth so much. You know what I'm saying? So that what I'm saying. So that's a good look. But overall, man, just having family around, man, that's always good.
Always good, man. Let me see something here. So my high, as I'm trying to do 18 things at once, my high was business wise, everything. I had a good week. I put it that way. Sales wise, it's holidays, so sales are normally down, but my shit is shooting up. I had a very productive week. And then I woke up this morning with a check from Meta, Facebook, Instagram. I was like, oh, am I a bad bitch? Am I an influencer now? I'm getting paid off my IG posts. Did I just become a bad bitch?
I'm a bad bitch.
I'm like, now I need to go ahead and give me a BBL and let's complete this shit now.
Go all the way though, son. Look, I gotta invest. I gotta reinvest.
I gotta put it back into put it back into myself. I might be taking a trip overseas soon. Come back a little different. But so that was good. And I had known I signed up. I qualified to sign up. So I knew that at some point I was going to be getting paid for my reels. But they said, like, yeah, you made this amount, we're going to send it to you. I was like a month ago. I forgot about this shit. I was like, that shit was a scam. I don't know if I could, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was. And I just woke up, and I get text messages every time I get a deposit. I seen a deposit. I'm like, who the fuck sending me money?
What happened?
What's going on?
What's today's date?
Yeah, exactly. What's today's date? This ain't payday. But it was payday. So shout out to Mark Zuckerberg and that whole staff. They fucked up our views. We went from thousands and thousands of Facebook live views to hundreds, but whatever. We still got Instagram. Hey, what's up, Jay? I see Jay just tuned in. What's up with you? So that was my high. My low of the week was a girl made a post about dating and relationships and how hard it is to date and not finding anybody. And then I went on a post and was like, oh, you know what? People used to say it's so hard to date in Atlanta, all this bullshit. And I was like, I never really felt that way. Like I always had a fucking ball. But I was like, but you know what though? I ain't found nothing meaningful yet.
Yeah.
So maybe it is hard to date in Atlanta. Like if you just want to have fun, I mean, this is where you should do it.
You know what? I'm with you there too. That's the space I'm at.
Yeah, so I realized I had a long look at myself like, damn, if I cut out all my just fun shit, try to get serious, I would be by myself.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. So I ain't making no connections, just orgasm time. Okay. Yeah. It's depressing. Now I'm about to have another low.
That was the same thing this week. I was like, you look around and you like, as dudes, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure women do the same thing. We kind of looking like, all right, look, can I see you this far? Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I don't trust you. It was like two Jones I was trying to, you trying to date with intentions, but you get to the point where I'm like, now I told myself what I'm not going to do. Like, I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm like, look, man, this person don't have the values that I see in a wife. This person don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, like certain stuff. It's just not there. So I'm like, look, I just gotta look, let me go back to the drawing board. Cause you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it though. I don't see the certain values, integrity, certain stuff that I value, that I would value in a wife, in a lot of the chicks that, do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like all superficial shit that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
Mainly what I'm getting is women that I don't see long term, like what you saying.
Yeah.
And on the rare occasion I find a woman that I do see long term, she either ain't quite looking at me that way, or she do some shit to turn me off, and I'm like, you could have been the.
It's the same thing. I'm like, what
the fuck? Why would you do that?
I'm like, why?
We might have to go to Ecuador. Jay said he just got home from Ecuador. We might have to go to Ecuador and find some bookies. I don't know.
You know what? Everybody's always. A lot of people tell me, like, look, man, black men gotta go out the country, man. They you know what I'm saying? It's hot out there.
Well, what's the country where everybody be going and be fucking the girls for? Colombia.
Colombia, Brazil, one of them South American zones.
Yeah, it might not be Colombia, but one of them zones. Go over there with like $10 and come back with 7 wives, man. Fuck it. That might be the move, yo.
Hey, I saw a mail put that it was like, y'all, what Polly some holiday or some shit she said. She put out there.
Holiday?
She said something like that.
It's National Polyamorous Day.
Right, some shit like that. Nigga, same different. Same different.
Right.
I'm drinking.
Me too.
It's a holiday. It's a Thanksgiving holiday.
Exactly. And I started to repost it because I saw a couple people post different little memes and shit. And I was like, there was this badass chick. You was there. I ain't gonna say where we was at. We was at a day party. And when I had my incident, and a little bad shorty. And she was like, we was flirting back and forth talking and shit.
Yeah.
And then some kind of way that Polly came up. And I was like, yeah, but I date polyamorous, so I could date you this way, that way. She's like, oh no, I would never do that. I was like, whoa, I wasn't even talking to you. But she scratched me off the list like immediately.
Hey,
You're good, buddy.
That's admirable though. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you don't do, for you to kind of go and cut it off ASAP, that's admirable.
I mean, it is, but it was unfortunate for me.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I know you see her story.
If a chick told me that, I'd cut her off right away too. Or I'll just put her in a bucket. I'll put her in a certain bucket. Like, look, this is not gonna be serious.
See, I look at it both ways, pause.
Right.
But I look at it like, because monogamy is a real thing for me, but polyamory is a real thing too. It just depends on. And remember I told you the girl that introduced me to polyamory back in 2005?
Yeah.
My old ex, she messaged me randomly like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh, how you doing? What's going on? She's like, I'm doing this, doing that. And we just talking. And I was like, hey, yeah, I was talking about you on the podcast. Because I was talking about Alsina, day party, whatever. And you the first one to introduce that shit to me. We ain't had that term. We ain't had that name. Didn't know what that was called. But she called it, she said she wanted a sister wife. Which of course, me and both of us would have a girlfriend, whatever. But that was 2005. And that was the first time I was introduced to that shit. And now everybody's talking about it. It's a damn holiday now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, When Melvin, I said, oh my, they didn't gave y'all niggas a day. God damn.
Before we gave Malcolm X a holiday, they gave Kanye a day. I still don't think they celebrate MLK Day in Arizona, but they gave Kanye a day.
I'm like, Jordan, y'all got the day before Thanksgiving too. I'm like, man.
So that's Black Friday. Did I make today Pink Wednesday? The pussy, Pink Wednesday. I don't know. Let's get into our Bible story, man, because this some wild shit. I definitely want to address.
My left stroke just went viral.
The American Music Awards canceled the Michael Jackson tribute, which featured Chris Brown and a few other co-stars like Sierra. They did it last minute. According to Chris Brown, they didn't even tell him why. So, of course, the interwebs, Beyonce's internet, went to speculating, and they found a couple of different reasons. One was a notion that the AMAs decided they could not do a tribute to an alleged child molester performed by an alleged domestic violence abuser. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's a lot. And you didn't know this when you planned it?
Yeah, it just came up.
We didn't know Michael Jackson's charges long before he passed away, and we've known Chris Brown's incident at least over a decade ago. So at what point did this went up the flagpole and you go, wait a minute, we can't do it? And then I heard another rumor, because I can't confirm none of this shit, that they did this because they didn't clear the music with Michael Jackson's estate. Okay. So they weren't able to do the performance. Now, I don't know which one is true. I don't know which one is false. I don't know. But I want to talk about it. The fact that they did Chris Brown this way. I think it's disrespectful. I think when Mike first died and BET was going to do the tribute, they didn't let Chris Brown go because the Rihanna shit was so fresh.
Yeah, it was real fresh. Yeah, so you understood that perspective.
Yeah, and I understood that, but I feel like this could be some PTSD shit. We all got our trauma and our triggers. He got X'd out of the first one 13, 14 years ago, and now totally X'd out of the second one, a week ago. What are your thoughts on that, man? Because I don't even watch the American Music Awards, but just in thinking about it, I just want to say fuck them for real. But what you think, young?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm torn. Like I don't watch award shows. Like I'm not an award show guy.
Yeah.
Like so I'm not that guy. So I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like look, if it's their awards and they decide they don't want you, I'm like, all right, forget it. Like, you rich, you do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Your history is your history. So, if that's what they feel, that's what they feel. I don't like the way they did it. You know what I'm saying? So close. I'm like, look, that's something. Don't go through it. Like put all of that thought process on the front end.
Yeah,
versus kind of doing it on putting it out there, probably doing a little, little focus groups to see how people will take it and all that stuff. Like, look, if you morally and ethically have a problem with it, on hello. Don't wait to, right before to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it ain't one of my things that I'm gonna stand up and fight for. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a whole bunch of stuff that, that precedes that. But it just seemed like it was in bad taste how they did it. Like if you say, nah, we ain't doing it because of this on the front end, we shouldn't have get to this point. Like y'all got too many people that should be putting it in place right away. You know what I'm saying? I did see Kelly Rowland kind of took a little a heat for, like her trying to, give Chris Brown his flowers for something.
Mm-hmm.
And people was getting on her about how,
leave my chocolate little thunder alone.
Yeah, what they was mad, they was like, women just always taking up for certain people or something like that. So
they were trying to boo him when she was accepting the award on his behalf. Okay. She didn't show up. And then she was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, chill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Chris his flowers. He won this award, and people kind of got mad behind that. But in the comments, they're saying if they're going to vilify Michael Jackson, then vilify Jerry Lee Lewis too, because he was involved with his much young underage cousin.
Yeah, so it's a whole bunch of them that was like was sick, and it was actually proven. Like like Mike is a strong opinion on what it is. It was some of these dudes, some of them old
What's
real,
that actor name?
dudes, yeah, that was like it was legitimately proven. These motherfuckers did sick shit during, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
what's the man
y'all
name
pick and choose.
that married his adopted daughter? Woody something.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah, that's actually the story. That's actually the story I'm thinking about.
Him and his wife adopted an Asian child.
Yeah,
and then when she turned 18, he married her. That sounds like he was priming her from day one. That's extremely predatory.
So it's a whole bunch of them that do that predatory shit.
Woody Allen is his name.
Woody, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet he got a whole bunch of awards and shit, or a whole bunch of plaques.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't nobody coming for him.
Yeah, so, and that's my issue. Like, and it's hard, right? Because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we as black people, we get into this zone, like, but y'all ain't do it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of discounts that both of the shit is bullshit. So it's like, look, I don't want to be fighting for bullshit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's torn. You know what I'm saying? I'm torn on how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, look, I'm definitely not trying to defend y'all motherfuckers, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, that does become tricky because it's like it's the same thing people do, like when a cop kills a black person, and then people bring up, what about black on black violence? And it's like, that's not what we're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about this. So you don't want to excuse it. But I do think that if Rihanna forgave Chris Brown and they moved on from that moment, and no official charges were ever brought against Michael Jackson, moved on from that moment, then I don't know. I just don't know, man.
And I heard and recently when all this came out, like Chris Brown kind of said it in his own words, like when they was explaining what the situation happened in the car.
Oh yeah, and that resurfaced. That interview was about 5 years old.
Yeah, and that
resurfaced today or this week.
And he was extremely wrong, but it has to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand both perspectives too. Like, they were both ridiculously wrong. Like, you shouldn't put your hand on nobody, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that we got, you know, so we got to get to the point where we started that too.
I agree.
Because one person ain't, you know what I'm saying, one person ain't get called out at all for, you know what I'm saying, for putting their hands on somebody.
Yeah. And allegedly initiating the physical contact.
Yeah, especially with spitting and all that. Yeah. So it's like,
it's tricky, man.
Super.
Just don't call me up when I'm in my house chilling with my millions and my women and my shit. Ask me to do a tribute, have me practice for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then a couple days before the event, be like, nah, we good. I ain't asked you to do the shit. You call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. Like, look, I ain't about to take up, but I'm like, y'all got to have better business ethics than this. Till we know hello.
Absolutely. And now that we have our own networks, we have Revolt TV, we got BET. What else? We got TV One.
Yeah.
Can we still get the Michael Jackson tribute? Because Thriller is 40 years old.
And I don't know why they wouldn't. Like,
YouTube.
I'm like, the networks that we got is popping. I'm like, look, if y'all really want to do it, you could do it and do it crazy.
Diddy should do the Revolt Michael Jackson tribute and have it be
crazy.
A couple speeches and Chris Brown's performance. It could be 20 minutes long. We would all watch the shit.
And pay them what they worth, because, you know what I'm saying, people gonna look at it. The overhead is different, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain stuff, like, we ain't got to use their platforms.
Nope.
Don't nobody watch I don't watch that American Music Awards. I'm gonna be honest, I would never watch
it. The only reason I even knew it was coming on was because they canceled Chris Brown performance.
Same
I don't watch that shit. Now I would have
looked at the BET Awards on YouTube.
Yeah, I do some of the BET Awards shit, but I don't really. Now, as a retired rapper, the award shows were like the epitome for me when I was coming up. So all through childhood and early 20s, I watched every award show, at least the rap ones, the ones that feature rap, because I always daydreamed about giving my acceptance speech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they meant something to me. But like the last 10, 15 years, I didn't give a shit about no damn award show. Except maybe see some of the ciphers and shit. It's certain shit you like about it. The complexion for the connection, that's true. Can't speak from both sides of your mouth. That's true too. Just shout out some of our YouTube commenters and some of our Facebook commenters. And if you want to be a part of the show and give us your ideas and give us feedback during the show, you can watch us live every Wednesday around 7:30. Somewhere around there on YouTube. Fuck Facebook. Or actually, they just paid me. I gotta stop saying fuck Facebook because they cut the check now. So I just I want to see the MJ tribute. I want to see it somewhere. And I listen to
and I kind of feel with the YouTube person was saying, like, and I speak from a personal standpoint, so how I'm looking at it. But from their perspective, they have a precedence. So if you set a precedence that those other weirdos was okay with you, then you can't change it after this because you've already set a precedence. I'm speaking on how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, I think we got, you know what I'm saying, like y'all doing it as an organization. So y'all have to have a clear and concise point of how y'all addressing this type of stuff. Me from a personal standpoint, I can have a personal standpoint because it's based on my shared experience. And somebody with a kid, I'm gonna be honest, I'm always gonna be, I'm a skew a different way, and I understand that, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So yeah. yeah, 100. All right, so let's get into our what the fuck story of the week because this is another little doozy.
It's the mayor.
That song should have won me an American Music Award, or a Grammy, or a BET Award, or a Whammy. Remember the Whammies back home? Yeah. With that West Power Award show or something? Yeah, it was one of the morning shows. Was it 95 or 93? Oh, that might have been 95.5 or 93.9. It might have been Donnie. I think it was Donnie in the 95. Okay. The Whammies, the Washington Grammys. Man, I want a Whammy. God damn it. But anyway, moving on. Our what the fuck story of the week is an artist who's nominated for a Grammy this year. And this is wild. She Latto, Big Latto, ATL's own, had 130 of her songs leaked. That's terrible. You never wanted that to happen to you. That's like revenge porn. Somebody's out to fuck you up. Yeah. But what was interesting was there were reference tracks to other people's songs that she was saying. So I'm like, did somebody else write a song and let you try it and let another artist try it and the other artist got it? Did you write the song and give it to another artist? Like, why the fuck are you rapping word for word these other artists' songs? Yeah. And I'm like, that goes back to the whole ghostwriting thing, the whole do women write their lyrics? Or maybe she's writing for everybody. I don't know what's going on. But that was a what the fuck. Because you're hearing like lady songs, nigga songs, and she's rapping them. I'm like, it was literally what the fuck? It definitely seemed like something, you know what I'm saying, some loser, you know what I'm saying, figured they'd leak out to try to hurt her. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, but she comes off as very talented, so you know what I'm saying, is a setback, but I think she'd be able to kind of, you know what I'm saying, come back because her pen game, you know what I'm saying, for what she says is strong. So, it's just like, some loser, had time to do that shit. And, unfortunately. Come on, in their feelings. Yeah. And we see Drake bounce back from it. We're seeing Rick Ross bounce back from the CO shit. It's small things to a giant. And if worse comes to worse, she could just move into my apartment with me. And I take care of her. You know what I'm saying? Until we find Ashanti, and then we have our polyamorous holiday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Big Latto, I got you. Big New got you, baby. I'm still a fan. Hey, congratulations on the nomination and all that stuff. Hell yeah. Live your best life, boo. And someone else who's apparently living their best life. I don't have an issue with it. I was thrown off, but hey, if you like it, I love it. August Alsina, who has stayed in the news for all kind of toxic shit. Either with Jada and Will or the shit with Tory Lanez. Now, this isn't so toxic, but I think the way it was presented maybe a little triggering or something. He has a new reality show, and I guess they're leaking scenes from the reality show that he's on. And
Okay.
one of the scenes is he was saying he wanted to show people, what he rediscovered love, and it's not in a conventional way. It's not in a way that everybody would think. It's different, and he wanted to take that time to show everybody just how different his new love is, and the person that's teaching him how to love, how unconventional it looks. As soon as he said that, I was like, "Is this a man coming out, or transgender, or what the hell is he? What the hell is he talking about? Is this some old lady he bonded up with?"
Yeah.
And a young dude came out, and they hugged. It looked, it didn't look like the most platonic hug, but it wasn't, it wasn't no kissing or no shit. And that's where the clip ends. And I was like, okay, well, I support him. If he has a boyfriend, I ain't gonna issue with that. Glad you found love. And then Beyonce's internet started acting up again and saying, how you know that's his boyfriend? That could be his brother or his cousin. And I was like, I don't hug men and caress their backs. I don't really caress backs of non-cisgender women. So I was like, maybe, how am I supposed to know? But I think the way he presented it, the way he worded it, led me to believe that it was something, it was a romantic love. And I ain't mad at it. It just threw me the fuck off. Like, what the fuck? I thought you like, okay.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna be like, now that you mentioned the reality show, that kind of threw everything, you know what I'm saying? That kind of throws me for a loop because, you know what I'm saying, obviously it comes off as like, are you looking for publicity? You know what I'm saying? You want people to tune in to kind of see the answer to what you're putting out there. And like I said, I mean, look, whatever makes you happy is what makes you happy. If he's not, I don't like the implication of it because I think you're trying to be, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to be disrespectful to that community. You know what I'm saying? If you're just trying to if you're trying to play on it to get people to see. If that's what you really are, then I respect it because you live in your truth. But if it's something that you're trying to get clickbait on because to you know what I'm saying to kind of sell a reality show, then I think it's disrespectful to that community, especially what recently have happened in Colorado with 5 individuals losing their life. Like, look, if that's how you want to live, that's perfectly okay. But don't treat it. Don't disrespect it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you say you can disrespect it for attention. Don't do that. Like if this what you do, then I'm all for you. You know what I'm saying? Like be happy. But yeah, don't disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect it trying to get a couple more viewers and shit.
And also, rest in peace to those people at Club Q in Colorado that lost their life at the LGBTQIA club. They say I think about 18 people were shot, and there were people in the club that disarmed the gunman. And they said they were stomping the gunman out and really fucking them up. So good for you guys. Sorry to all the lives that were lost. Rest in peace and condolences to everybody that was affected. And what I've noticed is people start making demands. Kyrie had to talk to this person. He had to apologize. They had to go to this training. August Alsina, if you are not gay, then you have to suck 2 dicks to atone for this shit. You gotta suck 2 dicks, and you have to watch Humpback Mountain. What's it called? Brokeback Mountain. And you're gonna have to listen to some episode of Dance Fever with Danny Terrio hosting. That's what you got to do.
That's what you gotta do. So if you playing with it,
like if a girl accuses you of rape, they should go to jail. If you try to be gay for clout, you gotta suck some dick.
You gotta stand on that shit.
You gotta stand on that shit. Or sit on that shit.
whatever floats your boat.
Right, you gotta do something. And this go for you too, Joe Budden. Down and Joe trying to make his little gay inference jokes. How do you know what I really am? Joe, you keep playing like that. 2 dicks to the movie.
You subconsciously being disrespectful though.
Yeah. I mean, I know in all seriousness, I know August Alsina has been through a lot. And even though he was drastic and all that shit with Jada, he came from a place of hurt. That was his trauma. It wasn't his best moment as a man, because we're not supposed to be chatty patties. But that was his truth. And he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
So I understand he's gone through a lot. And if he has finally found happiness, Nigga, I wear the round of applause.
I
at
ain't
it.
gonna lie.
He started
His
from
first
scramble.
album or two, like hit though.
Oh yeah.
His first couple albums hit though.
Hell yeah. I ain't heard shit from him the last couple of years, but
Yeah, I know they said he came out with another one, but I ain't listened to that John. After he put the little, the Jade and Will song out, like telling his truth, I wasn't really feeling that. But
I didn't like the Rick Ross was on that song either, but whatever.
yeah, it was a little weird to me.
Cloud chasing. I mean, you could chase cloud.
But you know what? I know y'all talk. I think you and Jackie had talked about the little the joint in Mexico.
Yeah,
y'all talked about that last week.
Yeah, but some more information has come out.
That's what I was going to jump to because like I felt the way about it, but then when I found out the person who was fighting her was a transgender, I really felt a different way about this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
To me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, look, one, so she wasn't fighting back. You know what I'm saying? Then I saw the interviews about her father saying she's not a fighter. Then I'm like, look, man, transgender. I know, you know what I'm saying, what you identify as, but you still strong as an, you know what I'm saying, strong like a male. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like all of that combined, like that shit, like it really pissed me off though.
Yeah. And now they're saying that she was alive when medical responders came. Yeah. The doctor, the friends advised they didn't want her to go to the hospital. They wanted her to be treated there. And then she eventually passed. But that does not change the fact that she had a broken neck and a broken spine. So alcohol poisoning, as a person who drinks a lot, it ain't gonna break your neck and your spine. That ain't just gonna happen.
I don't think that happens, son. I mean, I wasn't the greatest in biology, but I can assure you that's not what it is. And you know what I'm saying, her mom, you know what I'm saying, like her mom, it came out like one of them was supposed to be the best friend, and then after the autopsy came out, mysteriously they just stopped reaching out. Man, this is like, it just puts things in perspective on who your real friends are. And sometimes you don't really find out, you know what I'm saying, who your friends are until you go travel, or until you know what I'm saying, you put them in certain situations. So you know what I'm saying, I just feel bad for that situation. And I really hope the motherfuckers go back to Mexico and serve their sentence though.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
Motherfucking places you don't know the language and shit, nigga. That should be justice. I know her father wanted that too.
And on a side note, free BG, free Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Allegedly they found her. She had been lost in the system for a couple of weeks, and everybody was kind of panicking. But at least what I've heard is they've located her, her exact location. Free BG. And I tell you, going on these trips, and there's always one extra friend or two extra friends, two people you don't really know, but they get invited. I've never gone through anything like this, obviously. But I've been on trips where there's an extra couple of people, and it's like the tension, the drama, the bullshit, and you sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? And I wonder if she found herself in a situation like that. And situations when people don't speak up and check their friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wonder, like, when the dude's like, fight back at least, why are you recording? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to my LGBTQIA community, but for the sake of breaking this down to what it literally was in a physical sense, there's a man beating a woman and another man recording it. That's totally unacceptable, man. And I don't expect everybody to be gangster. I don't expect everybody to be tough. I don't expect everybody to jump in front of another nigga. Everybody ain't built that way. And you don't know if they got I guess you would know in that situation they got a gun or not. I'm thinking about more like see it. In that situation, everybody kind of knows each other just a little bit. You're not supposed to be sitting back letting a man beat a woman. That's bullshit, dog. That's bullshit.
Shorty, but even then though, Shorty, at a certain point, if somebody not fighting and y'all friends, at a certain point, like, all right, it's over. Like I'm okay. At a certain point, I thought it was two girls fighting. You know, I ain't know. I didn't look at the video because I'm like, look, I'm not looking at that shit because I don't want I don't want to publicize it. But I'm like, at a certain point, if I see somebody not fighting and they taking the L, I mean, that's it. That's it. Yeah. If it was two men, two women, whatever, we friends, we together. If it get to the point where we you know what I'm saying, we got, you know what I'm saying, use our hands, okay. But at a point when it's over, or a person not trying to fight, it's over.
Right.
Like, and you take the audacity to record it though. You a cold bitch though.
a bitch.
You
And
a
then,
cold bitch though to be recording you know what I'm saying, to be recording that shit though.
and if I'm fighting somebody and they're not swinging back, the fight is over.
At a certain point,
Like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
Unless they like, it's only certain things that have had me keep doing that to you. And there's no way that could have happened on that. You know what I'm saying? In that perspective, some of us like, man, that fight happened the first day they got there, man. They in the room. You know what I'm saying? The father was like, man, they in the room talking to each other before. Shorty ain't had no idea what was about to happen. I'm like, man, that's ridiculous, man. How people can hate for no reason, or blow up something that's small into something that you know what I'm saying, requires violence. I mean, sure, it's time for violence, but nigga, it's time for discussion
life.
too.
Yeah, loss of life. I can't imagine nowadays I cannot imagine a situation like that where somebody loses their life that I'm involved in. Like, we killing each other now? That's what we doing?
But that,
like, what the fuck?
I don't even think that was fight worthy though. Like, some shit is fight worthy. That I don't even know if that was fight worthy though. I mean, so a motherfucker not swinging back. You maybe you pop somebody for doing something disrespectful, but you don't keep going. You don't keep fighting. If a person not trying to fight back, ducking up, and you got a motherfucking a whole nigga in the background saying fight,
and maybe a busted lip, black eye comes out of that, but not a broken neck and a broken spine.
Not at all.
I ain't never broke nobody's spine, dog.
I have it, real talk, and the thing is,
you know,
so and the thing, you know, and I got four sisters, and I know you got a bunch of women that, you know what I'm saying, that stand in as sisters.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd have found out it was a transgender, that changes how I respond.
100%. 100%.
Two women, you know what I'm saying, and my sister take an L, I understand it. I can't. If I find out it's a transgender, it's different.
Handle like you a nigga.
We can handle it a whole different way, and I'm gonna feel okay with it. I don't care what I don't care what it is.
Yeah, you want to identify it with this ass whooping.
Yeah,
exactly. Man, rest in peace to ShanQuella, man. That
hit me, man. That hit me a little bit.
Yeah, I want the truth. I gotta know.
And her people deserve it, man. Her people deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just rough, man. That's just rough. I'm gonna try to find something more positive to talk about, but that's rough. And I'm glad you brought that back up because it deserves our attention for at least another week. Well, see, until we find out what happened, this may come up every week. But we're gonna try to move on to our Nipsey Hussle Award.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're on a marathon, you know.
On a marathon, you know what I'm saying? And this is a good one because I heard them talking about this and building towards this. And when it happened, I was like, that's what's up. And it is Diddy and his son, Christian, Diddy, I guess, and King Combs. They both have #1 songs on radio right now. So Diddy is R&B and King Combs is rap. Diddy with Gotta Move On, King Combs with Can't Stop, Won't Stop, which of course is a Bad Boy Diddy saying.
Tribute,
He took his daddy's most popular quote and made it a hit record with Kodak Black, and then Diddy, of course, with Bryson Tiller. And they're both #1 right now at this exact minute. They're both #1 on urban radio. And that's just the shit, man. First father-son duo to be #1 at the exact same time. I just want my goddamn round of applause, man, because that's just, you know. And all Diddy kept saying is, this is for all the fathers and all the sons. We can do good shit together. We can make this right. I was just like, God damn it.
And I felt that. But I will say this though. I saw the award show. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Diddy. Your son, he ate him on the dance though. I'm gonna be honest. Diddy gotta get back in the gym. Slim. Chris Combs, hey Slim. He might have took the throne from Pops.
Ooh, I ain't see it.
Did you see it? You gotta go and see the video with him. I forgot what award. I forgot what show it was. I got to pull it up. I'm gonna find it out though. I'm gonna find out. Slim, when they was dancing, I'm like, hey, I'm like Slim. The nigga might have took he might have took the mantle. Diddy talked about it on one interview I saw. He talked about it like, yeah, man, I gotta get back in the gym, man. You know, he kind of got it. I like, you know, I like to see that, you know, father and son interacting that way though.
Hell yeah, because you know it ain't my experience. You know what I'm saying? So when I see it, I just it's one of the things you love to see.
Yeah, you love, yeah. It feel good.
Hell yeah. I guess King Combs got a career. He got a #1 record. Like he did it.
Yeah.
And did he say he basically did it on his own?
That's super tough though.
Yeah.
Coming up under his pops, you know what I'm saying? And that pressure, that type of pressure, you know what I'm saying? The people saying you only did it because of your pops, and for you to actually do it and people gravitate towards it, man, that's a big feat.
I tell you what, I think Gotta Move On is on the playlist, the remix for the Ashanti, because it's Ashanti. So I had to add that jump. But I'm about to add King Combs and Kodak Black to the playlist tonight. So on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, everybody. I don't really do holidays, but I do Turkey Day. The new playlist will be updated now. So go to Apple Music and download a pod name Kickback weekly playlist, and it'll have Gotta Move On and Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Those will be songs 1 and 2 on the playlist. So if you haven't heard them, you'll be able to hear them immediately, starting as soon as you hear this podcast. Anything else to add to that, J. Lou?
Nah, man, just love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. That's it.
Shout out to them. All right, Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
It means we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck we've been watching. And the best thing I've seen this week was Deon Cole's comedy special on Netflix, Charlene's Son. Deon Cole was funny as a motherfucker. The Five, we did a Super Bowl trip at F's house in Maryland maybe 8 years ago. We were flipping through different comedy specials and we found Shaq's little comedy specials.
Yeah.
There was a dude on there named Deon Cole. Funny as fuck. The funniest shit I heard in years. I never saw him again. He disappeared. Then he wound up on Blackish. And then he started doing specials. And I've been following him because of that Super Bowl night when I watched his first special. The first special I knew about. And then now his latest special, Charlene's Son, is funny as a motherfucker. He got some poignant points and it has some heart in it as well. Because of course his mother is Charlene. She just passed. So it has all of these elements. And he's just a funny motherfucker. He is, of the last 5-10 years, he's my favorite comedian. That's
okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. You know what? Because I think I canceled Netflix, but I get it back for the comedy specials though. Yeah. That's the only thing that I really like. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it was a stretch of them jumps that wasn't really funny to me, and I got pissed.
True.
So you know what I'm saying? Like if you're telling me it's worth it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you my login, but Netflix is charging now for every household who uses your accounts. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I heard about it. I got Peacock, Amazon Prime. I got some that's already, you know what I'm saying, that I already got on there. You know what I'm saying, on top of the junk that we got. So I might add Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I might add Netflix, but I can afford one more.
True. Well, we could do the cheap shit, and whatever they charge for the extra account is gonna be cheaper than getting it regular. We'll talk about it offline. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That was funny to me. I'm not gonna talk about Wakanda Forever because you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've been itching to talk about it.
I should have seen it this week. My mother told me she wanted to go see it, so I'm gonna probably take my mom on a date to go see Wakanda and go get a bite to eat or something. So I probably do that Saturday.
Bet. So yeah, so we can talk about it in the upcoming weeks. Oh, so you'll be here next week. So yeah, we can do a whole little special Bigama. Yeah. All right. But of course, shout out to everybody involved in Wakanda Forever. Loved the fucking movie. I won't say anything. I'll just leave it at that. because I did a spoiler and I didn't even know I was doing spoilers. I was like, that was a spoiler, and I was like, this movie been out for 2 weeks. What the fuck? But
I don't think it's no spoiler now. If you wait too, you know what I'm saying? You did it good. You know what I'm saying? You waited a nice little minute. You good.
Okay. Let's see. I did not. We don't have a this or that this week because this or that is normally our dating, sex, erotic episode portion of the podcast, and I got Zerlina Divine coming on at 10 p.m. tonight.
So you gotta say that. Yeah, you gotta say that.
We won't say that because we going in. If you haven't seen Zerlina Divine, she's a lot. Sex positive, OnlyFans, porn. She does it all. Spiritualist. This is going to be a crazy episode. We're going to talk about the banning of adult content on social media. We're going to talk about men not being able to show their true emotions. We're going to talk about a lot of sex, fucking. It's gonna be a good episode. So come back at 10 o'clock, you guys, and get this freak shit off. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But let's see, we got some music, new music that dropped this week, J. Lou.
Oh yeah,
new music, and it was some it was different.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother, you've got to buy your own.
So Nas is still banging banging Nas new album. And it's good, man. King's Disease 3. I don't know what the fuck 21 Savage was talking about, but you know, Nas is relevant. Nas will always be relevant. And this album
he cleaned it up though. I thought they said 21 Savage cleaned it up.
He did, but
okay.
If I be like, maybe he doesn't know what relevant means. I don't know what the fuck to say. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's very possible. We got to provide grace to the brothers because that is very possible.
Yeah, for sure. But Nas's new album, King's Disease 3, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Still listening. That 21 Savage Drake album, I really like that, man. It's giving me all my toxic vibes I need. 21, can you do something for me? Drop some bars from my pussy ex for me. How you call this ex-girlfriend's pussy ex? That's crazy to say that. I'm gonna start calling women I used to fuck with. That man, that's my pussy ex, man.
Hey man, whatever it takes us to get over it, man. That's what we doing. Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'm like, Jay Lou, can you do something for me? Drop a pile for my pussy ex for me. But I'm still loving that, Joe. But Meek Mill put out a mixtape this week. He's pretty much rapping over other people's beats, and it's only on the mixtape sites. And Meek's spin. His basic attitude, oh shit.
When he in his bag, he a rapper.
Maybe it's not a girl.
Huh?
When Drake was like, can you drop some bars from my pussy ex for me? She said, maybe it's not a girl. August, I was saying, look. Aubrey, I was saying that I'm not doing this. Relax. Hey, the views expressed by her does not reflect new with J. Lou or Pod and Kickback. Don't get us canceled.
We will not.
Yeah. Oh man. But Meek, Meek left his record label. He like, I'm done with this shit. I ain't fucking with these people. I'm gonna do this shit on my own. And he released a mixtape, and it's a real mixtape. We rapping to all the new beats that's out right now. And Meek just spitting. I mean, if you give me, you tell me you're gonna put Meek in the booth with all the best beats that's out right now, and he just gonna talk that shit, I'm gonna be excited. Yeah. I listened to it. He talking that shit. I was excited. I liked it. I mean, it's a mix. It's not an album, but I liked it. I'm curious to see what he does going forward, because how is he going to release his albums? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to be behind a paywall? Like, because he's saying he's not messing with the industry no more. He's only doing his
and that's what I
own.
like about, you know what I'm saying, the boy from West Coast, you know what I'm saying, Russell, how he doing it. Like, look, man,
Yeah,
grab your own. Like, look, man, I'm all about growth. And if you can find a way to get it directly to consumer based on who you are as a person already, the percentages you save is ridiculous. Like you're a brand name right now, Meek. So you know what I'm saying, you put it out, just like he put it out on his site, most likely he probably can get, you know, maybe he don't sell as much, but he getting a 50%
bigger
more.
cut.
Yeah, you're gonna get a ridiculously bigger cut. In your case, it might not be as bad as, you know what I'm saying, like because you're a brand name, you don't need the business of people them get introducing you. So you know what I'm saying, I think it'd be a good a good, you know what I'm saying, play for him.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for artists to do it that's already been established and then kind of coming back to the fray.
Exactly.
And Russell started doing it that way.
Yeah.
Russ started doing it that way. But I wanted somebody to come back to the me and do it that way. Like Meek is getting 13 cents per album, per dollar off every album. So he's getting 13 cents of every dollar. I go through DistroKid with my music. I'm getting out of a $9.99 project, I'm getting $8.99. So if Meek went from 13 cents per project to $8.99 per project, if he only sells 50, 100,000, he making more money. The Bama said the song he did with Drake brought the record label 24 million, and he has no idea how much he made off of it. What he knows is he made 11 million over 10 years off music. So if this one song brought you 24 million, how the fuck I only made 11 million in 10 years?
Cause it ain't about what you like. It's what you negotiate, and you gotta understand. Like sometimes when you take instant gratification money, and you take that quick, you know, it's other side. You know, it's a backside. For every Meek, there's 100 other artists that made them zero money. So you gotta build that in there too.
It's like
You gotta, you know,
insurance.
if you're gonna bet on yourself, yeah, if you're gonna bet on yourself that way, but make, you know, limit it. Like maybe it ain't a 5 or 8 album. Maybe it's a 2 album. So like you know, I blow, I get fucked for 2 albums, but I'm done after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like don't get mad because, you know, you benefited as well. So don't, you know what I'm saying, don't get mad and throw a hissy fit and all that stuff because you benefited as well from that, you know what I'm saying, from that engine. But just know, like, look, maybe I can kind of, you know what I'm saying, I can do this engine a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's like selling insurance. You get a job, you learn how to sell insurance, you go into somebody's agency, they teach you the game, you realize you're getting 5-10% off, 5-6-7% off of annual premium when the agent getting 20%, 15%. You're just like, why am I doing all this work for you? I could make this, you know, say this isn't we came to, that's where Meek is now. Why am I doing all this for you?
Yeah.
When I keep doing this for me. And I think he just came to that conclusion and he's moving with that reference of thought, like, nah, dog. But when he first was like shitting on everybody and pushing everybody away, I ain't get it. I was like, all right, Meek, what you so mad for? What the fuck happened? But now I see what he's saying and I get it. You know, but a lot of times when you come in, the record label don't go, I'm gonna give you a 2-album deal. They be like, I'm gonna give you a 5-album, 10-year deal, and you just stuck.
Yeah, it's what you, but it's what you negotiate. It's like, look, man, like, and that's why I like what, you know what I'm saying, when T.I. spoke to 21 Savage and somebody else, he was like, look, I can give you this lump sum money, but what I'm gonna have to take for it because of the risk, you're not gonna like that in 2-3 years. So I'll get on the out, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, look, you gotta understand that instant gratification and how you want to play it. If you need that money right away, don't bitch about it later when you find out the splits is some shit.
See, I kind of disagree with that because coming from a rapper perspective, because it's like you sign the deal that's offered to you because that's all that's offered to you. But at some point, you should be able to renegotiate when you hit benchmarks. And when the benchmarks don't exist, it's like, okay, I get it. I was a broke nigga in Philly. I signed a deal.
Yeah.
I got like 3 of the biggest singles of the last decade. We should be renegotiating this deal now. At some point, I've proven my worth.
I agree.
It's like Scottie Pippen when he signed that deal with the Bulls. And they were like, they told him, Scotty, don't sign this deal. It's not a good deal. But he's like, I'm poor. I got to sign it. And he did a 10-year, like $20 million deal. And then like 5 years later, the average contract was like $8 million a year or whatever the fuck it was. So his contract was really stupid. But it's like they renegotiate for who they choose to renegotiate for.
I agree with that.
And it's
but you gotta protect. You gotta protect yourself though. Like but in Scotty's case, he had somebody say, "Hey, don't sign this deal," or you had somebody like a Master P who's like, "All right, I won't take the upfront money."
Well, P had bread. P had bread though. Those are decisions you can make when you're in a position of privilege.
He started this shit. He started this shit off for $10,000 life insurance.
I'm a student. P had $1 million in the bank when they tried to sign him. And he was like, they was giving me some bullshit, but I had $1 million in the bank. Why would I take it? Meek had the dirty braids that was all dreaded together. It was a different experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's better.
I mean, that's ideal, but I think that the issue is when you know how much money I'm bringing to the company, and you choose not to renegotiate with me just because I signed the deal, then that means you playing. Because you know that if I did 100,000, 200,000 copies, you know, you might want to take more money from me. You might want to change it up because I'm not paying out the way I'm supposed to. But if I'm going double platinum, I got a Drake record that brought you 24 million, and you ain't giving me shit. You being disrespectful now, because I got one song that brought you 24 million in 11 years, or in 10 years, all you've paid me is 11 million. You know that math ain't mathing.
But you know,
and when
that was gross and not net, so it wasn't as much. But I understand the perspective. Like, look, you still made a ridiculous amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But it's everybody. What we got to do is black folk. We got to learn gross and net. Because the net is what you take. You know what I'm saying? That gross. You know what I'm saying? When you know they paying them DJs this amount of money to play your shit to get it big and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know all of that. That's the gross part. You know what I'm saying? Like the net
is before taxes. Gross is before taxes. Well, taxes and fees
and expenses.
And that is what you put in your pocket. I agree. I'm rocking with you on that.
Yeah. So now I'm with you though. I understand your perspective though. Like like you would hope you partner with somebody that sees your value and see how you exceed it and say, hey, I've seen you exceeded what I could expect it, so let's do it differently. You would definitely hope that that's the case.
I don't know. I was reading the comments. Like Drake apparently said, "I got a new boy," and that nigga trade. I don't even know what that means, but I don't know what that means. 21. Can you do something for me? I don't know what that meant. But I guess Drake had some suspect lyrics. I don't know.
Hey, not surprising.
It's not. He's from Canada. You know what they say about Canadians. Oh, I've been getting canceled for that. Oh, trade is gay. How the hell you know trade means gay? It's a whole slang out there that I'm just not privy to.
Nah, I think maybe you talk about your boy hold up, Trey. I don't know.
She said that was part of that Drake conversation, and he has a song called
okay. I ain't know if it was the August jump.
Oh. Nah, I think that's the Drake jump. Well, clarify if you're talking about Drake or August. I'm a whole woman. I don't know. Okay, somebody is drunk cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Somebody drunk preparing the yams. But what the fuck? Meek's new album. I'm curious to see what he does with that and how he goes with his music journey going forward. It may lay the she said Drake. It may lay the blueprint for how artists do independent work or get out of label deals. Because we know like Drake got the kind of deal that he ain't never gonna want to leave. They gave that Bama so much money and so much flexibility.
And that's different. They ain't everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. If we ain't light skinned,
his leverage was crazy.
yeah.
He's like, that's all right. I won't never do another album. It's nothing. They like, all right, don't go too crazy all here. You account for 80% of our record sales.
Right. All right, man. Before we get up out of here, we do gotta go into gotta get into sports a little bit, man. There's so many games on Turkey Day for you guys. Let's start with the best. My Cowboys are playing the midgets from New York, the New York Midgets. And we have the same record, 7-3. We're coming off a great win against the Vikings. We beat the Vikings by 37 points.
That's an understatement. That's an understatement.
Yeah, we beat the shit out of Vikings. We've already beaten the Giants this year. Everything says we should beat the shit out of the Giants. Everything except the fact that we are the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Everything.
The division game's always different. But I don't know how the fuck the Giants have won 7 games.
Grit, hunger.
I ain't gonna lie. That coach deserves. I ain't gonna lie. I think they're gonna fall. I think they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall heavy this second half of the season. I can see them going 2-4 the last 6 or whatever, or you know what I'm saying, or 3-5 or something like that. They just don't have the talent level to compete at that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And they got injuries. Not only not having a talent level, they got injuries.
They don't have a starting 2 corners for y'all tomorrow.
And they missing starting line people. The offensive line. You know what Mike is going to do when half your starting offensive line is out?
But the thing is, Dabo is a good coach. So I can see him limiting it. So I can see him trying to play a heavy run game, keep the score low, hope my defense can kind of keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Can kind of keep him in the game. But y'all, on paper, y'all are 10 times better than this team.
On paper. Well, on paper, everybody they played better than them. They be finding ways to win. It's weird.
They get out coached. Now people should have a book on Daniel Jones.
You see the Lions beat the shit out them last week? The Lions won 3 in a row. They only got 4 wins total, but they did win 3 in a row.
But technically, and normally in the NFL, once a couple teams get you, it travels because you know what I'm saying. All the coaches are so good, so when they see something don't work or do work, they put that shit on a different level. So you know what I'm saying. Dabo, this is his first year coaching, so it could be that hey, people kind of got the book on him. You know what I'm saying. Maybe that helps, but he's a good coach. Like you know what I'm saying. They don't make many mistakes. For the most part, so you know what I'm saying. Most football games, you lose them versus win them. So you know what I'm saying. Turnovers, penalties, all that shit. You lose more games than you actually win in NFL because everybody's so good. But Thursday, you never know. Thanksgiving, you never know what's going on.
We better win this game if we serious about going to the Super Bowl. We serious about bringing Odell on. We serious about not letting New down. We better win this motherfucking game. The second best game that I think of tomorrow is the Patriots and the Vikings, which is the nighttime game. I never trust the Vikings because I don't trust Kirk Cousins, but I also don't trust the Patriots and Mac Jones.
Nah.
I don't trust neither one of them. Belichick. That's who I trust the most. So I think that this should be a nail-biting game. I think Bill Belichick can coach the Patriots up to a point where even the Vikings are coming off that crushing loss to the Cowboys, they're going to be up. They're going to be angry and they're going to want some revenge. But I think that Bill Belichick can play him down to the wire. I don't know who wins, but I think this is a field goal walk-off game.
Yeah, I think it could be closer than you expect. I still think I would take Vikings just because when it's close, I try to take the talent, and I think Vikings have just so much more of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust Kirk, but I don't trust Mac Jones either. I think Vikings have superior skill positions. I like New England defensively, but Vikings defensively are solid too. So I feel like the Vikings skill level should win out. But I feel like Bill Belichick can keep it a lot closer than you would think it would be based on that skill level.
So basically, you feel exactly how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I'm taking Vikings though.
Me too.
Okay.
But I just think that Bill. Well, actually, I don't know who to take. It's a push to me.
Okay,
because I
yeah,
think
I'm
Bill
taking
Belichick's
Vikings.
coaching is just so. I tell you what, I'll take the Patriots then. Since you said the Vikings, I'll take the Patriots. Fuck it, we'll talk about it next week. See who won. I believe in Bill more than I believe in anybody else in that field, and that's 100. He probably in the videotape their practice, so they might know some shit they don't even know. The Bills and the Lions. The Bills have struggled as of late, and the Lions are red hot. That should still mean the Bills win.
Yeah,
It should mean that.
I'm still taking the Bills. Their talent level is eventually that should take over.
Yeah, I got to go with the Bills. I was trying to be different and take the Lions.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put nothing on that.
Yeah, they beat the Giants last week. Fuck the Giants. We about to beat them by 40 points anyway. So I ain't got no respect for them. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with us for another week. As the year is winding down, I hope that Turkey Day podcast wasn't too ratchet, and that y'all got this playing while y'all carving up the turkey. You were able to know when to turn it down and when to turn it back up. And if you by yourself and it's you and your boo, and you and the adult family, and y'all are listening to this throughout its entirety, then happy Turkey Day. I don't do holidays, but I do Turkey Day. I hope you with the people you love. I hope you eat good. I hope you drink good, drive safely, get home safe. Don't leave until you know you're ready to leave. Don't leave sober. Don't get into no bullshit on the roads. You know how these streets can be. Enjoy your weekend. Relax, relate, release. Come, start. If you haven't started already, put together your plan going into the new year. We all got 3-4 days off this week. Do something productive with that shit, my nigga. Do something productive. Get your house in order and have fun. Definitely do your work. Definitely, I'm encouraging you. Do the work. But have some fucking fun.
Yeah. Be grateful, man. Be grateful, man. Thanksgiving is is a tough time for some folks. Be grateful for what you have. Kind of use it for that. You know what I'm saying? We I think we live in a world where it's easy to say what we don't have. The reason I love Thanksgiving is because it makes you look at what you do have. So kind of do that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. Showing love, supporting. You know what I'm saying? This iteration of my man Junk. So you know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate that. But definitely, man, have a good holiday.
J-Lu, real quick, 1 or 2 things you're grateful for.
My daughter, who's transformed my life, and put things in perspective, and came at a time when I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like I lost my father a year before, so she came at a time when when I needed to see love, and she shows it to me, in a way that can't be explained. And my friends, you know what I'm saying, and I say family and friends, but my friends have become my family, who supported me through tough times. And they've done it in a way where they didn't pass judgment. You know what I'm saying? So that, so that's what I would say. What about you?
I'm gonna go with health.
Okay.
Like I feel good. I know I'm not in the best shape. And we talk about working out all the time.
Nah, I saw the pod. Jackie said you about to get on the ab routine.
Exactly.
You'll be good in a couple of days.
Exactly. But I am very grateful that I am healthy. That I can stand up, I can walk, I can run, I can breathe. Very grateful for that. Especially for all the lives we lost throughout this whole COVID thing. So very grateful for health. And I'm gonna shout you out. I'm grateful for you, young, because this podcast is like my favorite thing to do.
Right.
This is like my passion, my love, my everything for real. And I would not be able to do this podcast the way I'm doing it without your help. So I'm grateful that you here to help me through this process.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, look, nigga, we still not hugging the way August was hugging.
Hold on. I'm grateful that Taylor was showing me a new way to love.
No, sirree.
Oh shit! Hey, he gotta clean that up. He gotta tell us what the fuck he meant. We're gonna support him either way.
It's gonna come out on episode 2. They just wait. They try to get the views up.
I'm not gonna watch. I hear about it on the Shade Room. All right, y'all. Be safe. Love on your loved ones. Uno. We out.
We out.
Chicka, chicka, choo, chicka, chicka, choo, chicka.